My name's Angelo, and welcome to We Want Picks. Every single week, we break down full UFC fight cards. We give you our picks, our bets, and our fantasy plays. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any of our content. And we're also giving away $50. Anybody who goes to WeWantPicks.com/bets, signs up with one of our 5 betting partners, and makes a deposit, will get $50 from us. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, however you want it. And this is brought to you by EarnU.io. EarnU.io is the world's first sports and esports prediction game, allowing you to earn crypto risk-free. Check it out now at EarnU.io. Next up, at UFC Vegas 52, we have the always exciting Jordan Wright taking on a late replacement, Marc-Andre Barriault. Jordan Wright, 12-2 overall, 3-2 in his last 5. He's coming off a knockout loss to Bruno Silva. Marc-Andre Barriault, 13-5 overall, 2-1 coming off a KO loss just 2 months ago. And Marc-Andre stepping up on somewhat short notice against the always dangerous Jordan Wright. And Jordan Wright's a rangy karate-style striker with a 100% finish rate, and that finish rate is on both sides, both the wins and the losses. All of them have been finishes. He has big power, and he's obviously always looking for that finish. He's an in-and-out karate style, and that works really well where he strikes both on the entries and on the exits. He strikes coming in, he strikes coming out of the pocket. He doesn't have much of a wrestling offense, but he is tricky on the ground and in scrambles. He's coming off the KO loss to Bruno Silva, and in that fight, it was very clear that even though Jordan Wright is a dangerous fighter, there are levels to power in MMA. Marc-Andre Barriault is a pretty well-rounded fighter with solid kickboxing and takedowns. His jiu-jitsu is solid, but his takedowns can use some work. Marc-Andre is typically looking to pressure forward and wear you down on your feet. He's coming off a bad knockout to Chidi Njokuani, which may not have fully recovered from yet. And this is another example of great matchmaking. 2 fun strikers who will go at it and will chase a win. And very simply, I think Jordan Wright is the more dangerous fighter, but Marc-Andre is the better fighter. I don't think Marc-Andre has fully recovered from his loss to Chidi Njokuani, and I'm surprised he's not still suspended. So I've been around the sport a very long time. I've managed fighters that have been on both sides of the knockout. I have never seen somebody not suspended for 90 days. It's a 90-day suspension. So for whatever reason, he either wasn't suspended for 90 days or he reached out to the commission, said, please lift my suspension.
Passed a test. They held up. They went on Skype and said, how many fingers, buddy?
You get a note. 3. You get a note from your doctor and send it in. And, so it's.
My brain is okay.
But honestly, so he may have gotten the suspension lessened, but it's typically 90 days, and we are inside that window. So I don't know if Marc-Andre has fully recovered from that. And either way, it's a short notice fight. We know how dangerous Jordan Wright can be. I just think Jordan Wright, he's super dangerous. And what's funny is when I show this, I'll just show the stats now. Jordan Wright has the most insane striking differential. He lands 8 significant strikes per minute, which is an astronomical number. And he is also hit with over 8 significant strikes per minute. So this dude is just throwing it out there, getting it back in return. But I do think Wright wins. I'm leaning Wright. The fact that this is a short notice fight for Marc-Andre, the fact that he was just absolutely leveled 2 months ago, it takes time for your brain to heal from that. And Jordan Wright's super dangerous because Marc-Andre's not as dangerous. He'll march you down, he'll work you from there, but he's not going to take your head off your body. So I think Jordan Wright gets this done, and he is an underdog. So he's a solid underdog pick here. What do you think, Jakey boy?
Yeah, I was surprised to see him as an underdog, especially with Marc-Andre being that short notice fighter, and it was short notice enough to where they needed catch weight in this fight. He couldn't make it all the way down to 185. He asked for catch weight. That's fine, but who knows what kind of condition he's been in, why he took this fight. You mentioned the knockout a couple of months ago. And this is a guy that's 13-5, but he has 3 split decision wins. Can you hear me? I was lagging on my screen. Sorry.
No.
It was lagging on my screen. But yeah, he has 3 split decision wins. This could easily be a 10-8 fighter who is known as a knockout guy, but his knockout power hasn't translated into the UFC. It's a lot of split decisions, like I mentioned, a lot of losses. And Jordan Wright is a guy, because you mentioned how many times he gets hit, he gets in trouble with people that have that real power. Joaquin Buckley, Bruno Silva. Those guys have real power, were able to land the real shots that knocked him out. And Bruno Silva's a guy that just went toe-to-toe with Alex Pereira as well. So that loss actually kind of holds up a little bit, especially the Joaquin Buckley as well. This guy's losing to power guys that knock him out, but those are some really good guys he's losing to. He's a very dynamic striker, and he's also very, very slick on the ground. I wish that he would use his ground game a little bit more. In the regional scene coming up, he has a lot of submission wins. He's very slick down there. He's almost like the, I don't want to, kind of jinx it because he also got knocked out, but this is like the Mickey in the ground game. Not a great wrestler, but once you're down there, he's dangerous in that kind of MMA jiu-jitsu type of way. And Marc-Andre, when I watch him fight, I don't see a lot. I mean, he's a very good guy. He's very, very well-rounded everywhere, but he's supposed to be known as this power guy, but I don't see the power in his shot. It's short notice. Just got knocked out 2 months ago. I mean, this could be a 10-8 fighter who shouldn't even be in the UFC. I know I said I wasn't gonna say it on the video, but Jordan Wright's my lock of the week, man. I swear to God. And this is gonna be a boom or bust. These are the fun lock of the weeks because he's either gonna flatline Marc-Andre or he is going to be out cold, waking up in the ambulance 2 weeks later. So this is gonna be a fun lock of the week, guys. I was going back and forth. I had some people I was considering, but yeah, Jordan Wright is the lock of the week. Beverly Hills Ninja. He's going to knock him out.
I don't hate that lock of the week. And what's funny is I didn't have odds. So I did my quick picks, right? I put out quick picks on Sunday nights. It's a faster breakdown. I leave out some of the details, and it's only me. I didn't have odds, so I didn't know what the odds were. I assumed Jordan Wright was a good-sized favorite. And then after I filmed it and uploaded it and everybody watched it, then I saw the odds. I was like, holy shit, Jordan Wright's the underdog?
I couldn't believe it either. That's how we find the lock of the weeks. Thank you, Angelo. You're getting there. You're getting there. You're figuring it out. And yeah, somebody did mention that was the first time Marc-Andre's ever been knocked out. And sometimes, as Angelo's mentioned before, it takes one and you lose your chin, especially coming back this soon on your first knockout. Who knows? That means we don't know how he's going to react after a knockout.
First of all, he's coming back way too soon. Way too soon. And a couple people in the comment section mentioned, is he another Baeza? That's exactly what happened to Baeza. Never knocked out, was knocked out, and now just got absolutely flatlined again. And that wasn't too quick of a turnaround. This is too fast of a turnaround for Marc-Andre. I'm surprised he's doing it. I think he just doesn't know what to do. He got knocked out and he can't, it's messing with him, and that's a problem. So unfortunately, I think he's coming back too soon. I think he's going to do damage to his career because then it's going to be 2 knockout losses in a row. And it's not going to be a good look, but Marc-Andre is the better fighter. I think this is just very poor timing against a very dangerous opponent. So I am going to have Jordan Wright in my lineup at $7,600. I imagine you will as well.
Yeah, I mean, he could always get knocked out because we've seen him get knocked out before, but I mean, he's going to come forward and he's just more past the victory.
Yep. Yeah, definitely the more dangerous guy. And we're talking about Marc-Andre's chin. Jordan Wright doesn't have the greatest chin either. He's also coming off of a knockout. But it wasn't 2 months ago, right? Like
he was having, I mean, it was a short fight, but he was having, success. He was coming forward. He was landing shots. He looked fine. So it's not like he was just overwhelmed in that fight against a guy who was very, very good.
Sure.
Sure.
Moneyline bet. I will have a moneyline bet on Jordan Wright. I was waiting to see what the odds were, and now that he's an underdog, 100% I'll have a Jordan Wright moneyline bet. And then also an under bet. Somebody put the odds in here that the under. First of all, how is the line?
2.5? I don't know why
how
it's 2.5.
2.5? The fact that it's 2.5 is crazy, and the under is -130. I'm actually going to place that next time Jacob's talking.
This is going to be one of those fights that Jordan Wright's going to come out and wrestle and just wrestle for 3 rounds. Something
like when Charles Jourdain won his first decision ever, like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, speaking of, he's in a couple fights here. So Jordan Wright, both of our pick, good size underdog here, will be in DraftKings. Monkey knife fight, not touching it. I'm absolutely not touching it. What about you?
No, it's just there's too many unknowns with both of them at this point.
Completely agree. Yeah, because Marc-Andre might be like, yeah, my chin's a mess, but I'm just going to shoot takedowns. So he may just be diving at legs this whole time.
I hope he does. Jordan Wright will submit him.
Well, so anything's possible there. You want 50 free bucks? WeWantPicks.com/bets. Sign up with any one of our 5 betting partners, make a deposit, and we send you 50 bucks as a thank you.